Live from the Fastener TV studios, it's In the News with Fastener News Desk.
Thanks, Chris. I'm Lisa Kleinhandler, editor-in-chief at FastenerNewsDesk.com. It's In the News the week of November 22nd, 2021. Congress passed the infrastructure deal, a once-in-a-generation investment in our nation's infrastructure and competitiveness. The legislation will strengthen supply chains by making long overdue improvements to our nation's ports, airports, rail, and roads. It will drive the creation of good-paying jobs and grow the economy for decades to come. Combined with the Build Back framework, it will add an average of 1.5 million jobs per year for the next 10 years. This new legislation is a strong growth indicator for both the fastener, distribution, and manufacturing industries. In acquisition news, MW Industries, a leading provider of precision components, announced the acquisition of Fox Valley Spring Company, a principal supplier of springs, wire forms, and flat springs. The acquisition of Fox Valley Spring Company closed on October 29th and expands MW Industries' existing automation and manufacturing capabilities for springs and wire forms. The combined company will offer extensive expertise in complex precision spring manufacturing for a variety of spring types, including extension springs, torsion springs, wire forms, and die springs. Fox Valley Spring will join MW Components, the division of MW Industries focusing on manufacturing highly engineered precision components at speed and scale. And in supply chain news from Bloomberg Business, Port of Long Beach Executive Director Mario Cordero said every sector of the supply chain has reached capacity, in a statement this week announcing that the terminals had their second busiest October on record. The queue, both at anchor and holding zone, rose to 83 ships as of late Friday, topping the previous high of 81 set earlier in the week. The average wait increased to 17 days, double the level of 2 months ago. These stories featured in this week's episode of In the News and more can be found at FastenerNewsDesk.com. And in association news, the Southwestern Fastener Association is looking for fastener pros to sit on one of their many committees. To get involved, email info@southwesternfastener.org and find out which committee best suits your expertise. Fastener Training Week Los Angeles is on schedule for November 29th to December 3rd. The Advanced Technical Training Program is offered in partnership with the Industrial Fasteners Institute and is for fastener distributors, manufacturers, and end users. Fastener Training Week is hosted by the PacWest Fastener Association and offers 5 intensive days of education and plant tours as part of the acclaimed FTI Certified Fastener Specialist Training Program. Go to fastenertraining.org to get more info. More on fastener industry holiday parties scheduled throughout the industry in the next week's episode of In the News. Coming soon, we'll be on the lookout for the November Fastener Distributor Index. The Fastener Distributor Index was developed as a service to the fastener industry by the FCH Sourcing Network as a benchmark for the fastener industry. Fastener News Desk encourages all North American fastener distributors to take part in the FDI. If you're interested in being more active part of the fastener industry, you can apply to add your company to the FDI survey group. Go to fdisurvey.com. This week's episode of In the News was sponsored by Product Genius Technology. Makes buying products easier. Enhance your customer experience with the new view for industrial search. Find out how your digital footprint stacks up against other industrial suppliers. Register for the Fastener Industry Digital Landscape 2021 report at productgeniustechnology.com. If you'd like to share your company's news or events or sponsor an upcoming episode of In the News, contact me, Lisa at FastenerNewsDesk.com. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of In the News with Fastener News Desk. We'd like to wish everybody a happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving with their family. And until next week, be well and keep it fascinating.